goes aside from us, so there goes aside, there goes aside. Now there goes aside from us, so
Hi guys, it's Ollie from Pangaea Classics here with our latest project, a 1998 Land Rover Defender 110 TD5. So this is one of the very first Defenders produced with the Td5 engine, which then means it's one of the very first US eligible Defenders with the Td5 engine. It's an engine which I actually really like, and it's a lot more flexible than kind of the 300 TDIs that came before it. We've restored it in a heritage style echoing the very latest of the old style Defenders. This time though, we've chosen to do it in Caledonian Blue, which was actually its original colour. It's contrasting with the Alpine white roof like you'd find on most Defenders of this year. And then we've gone with the blue Wolf wheels, again in Caledonian Blue, fitted with BF Goodrich all-terrain tyres. We're going to give you a little walk around this video, show you some of the closer details that we've fitted and done to the vehicle, and I hope you enjoy it. So when we decided to build this car, we decided to style it on the Heritage Edition Defenders right at the end of production. So we've borrowed the Heritage front grille and badge, which is a cast aluminium badge, which is much nicer than the modern plastic badges you see on them. We've also then painted that in body colour, and then we've combined that with the light surrounds as well. So they're both in Caledonian Blue like the rest of the car. Anyone that's driven a Defender will know that the headlights is like driving around with a pair of candles on the front. The fact they're even legal is almost ironic, but we've decided to fit LED headlights to these, and these are really nice restrained design, so they actually don't look out of place like some of the really blingy ones you find fitted to a lot of other cars. And then to complement these, we've also then fitted LED indicators and side lights, and to keep the retro theme going, we've used the amber, white and red ones. To tie in the Heritage package, we've then fitted a silver front bumper with the later style end caps on the back. And then if you go around the side, you'll see the wheel arches and Wolf wheels, both in Caledonian Blue again. So at the front here, we've also then got stainless steel wheel nuts that you see. And then inside the arch, which you can probably see glowing at you, is the galvanized inner arches like you'd see, which have been completely refreshed, which look really nice and smart. In the back of the wheel arch, we've got a black plastic mudguard, which doesn't really matter how well you protect it, they're going to start rusting out. So to keep a mudguard in there and keep all the mud off it is really nice and helps the longevity of the car. So chassis wise, during the restoration we take it right back down to the bare chassis and completely disassemble every single component. It's then sandblasted and powder coated satin black, so it looks just like it did when it left the factory. It's then built back up with all new suspension. So we actually do a little contrast, so we've used like a battleship grey on the radius arms and trailing arms. They're assembled with poly brushes all round. Suspension wise, we've got new factory springs and we use Bilstein shock absorbers, which we think give us the best kind of road level comfort. Brakes wise, we've got all new calipers, discs, pads on every corner. We've got new hard lines along the chassis and then new flexi brake lines on the front axle. We've got new swivels, new wheel bearings at every corner. We've gone through kind of the differentials as well. So it really is kind of as turnkey new as you can get today. So along the side of the vehicle, we've got the wing mirrors painted in body colour to match the rest of the vehicle. We've also then got silver hinges on the front, second and rear doors, which are painted exactly like you'd find on a Heritage Defender. Down here, this silver badge is a little hint as to what lies underneath the bonnet, which is rather special. This vehicle's also fitted with 5 completely new doors. They were actually in really nice condition before, but any little pieces of corrosion you get in the aluminiums, once it's there, it's impossible to get rid of. So these should then last the lifetime of the vehicle. And with that, you also get brand new glass, which is really nice. Again, we've got the wheel arch painted in body colour and the matching Wolf wheel. And then at the back here, we've got a billet aluminium fuel cap, which is really nice, and then a Heritage style fuel badge, just to remind you to put diesel inside it. Now let's spin the Defender around and show you the other side. Perhaps unsurprisingly, this side looks exactly the same as the other side. So let's go around the back and show you what we've got there. So around the back of the Defender, we've got a brand new Wolf spare wheel, again in Caledonian Blue. This is fitted again with a BF Goodrich all-terrain tyre. We've then fitted a swing-away spare wheel carrier. We pretty much insist in fitting these to all our builds simply because the weight of the tyre and the Wolf wheel is so substantial that on kind of corrugated off-road kind of terrain you can snap your door in half if you're not careful. We've then here got a Heritage Land Rover badge in cast aluminium matching the one on the front. Again, here's the LED light package, so we've got the red, amber and then the fog reverse light on this side, which I think the colours really suit the Heritage edition rather than kind of the clear ones you see on some of the more contemporary builds. And then on the other side you've obviously got the red fog light. Underneath we've got the North America spec or NAS style rear step with the 2-inch receiver for our American friends. And then up here at the top you then see we've got the silver rear door hinges like you'd find on the Heritage models. Again, we've fitted a new door at the back of this car, which also comes with heated rear screen. So on the cold, misty mornings, it kind of defrosts really nice and quickly. Let's go have a look inside the Defender. So inside, we've trimmed the seats, door cards and dash in tan leather. It smells as good as it looks in here, so it's a really, really nice place to be. We've also then fitted a wooden rimmed steering wheel with chrome centres, which is a little bit smaller than the original steering wheel and much nicer to use. And then beyond that, it's about the little details. So the binnacle strand we've changed from the usual plastic one and we fitted a metal one, but again in black, which should last the lifetime of the vehicle now, whereas the black plastic ones tend to just get really brittle in the sun. Importantly, this vehicle's fitted with air conditioning for the warmer climates. But then also for the colder climates, we fitted a heated front windscreen, which if you know how weak the Defender heater is, you'll know how important a heated windscreen is. So the headline in this, we've gone for a two-tone, so we've got a kind of tan caramel style for the centerpiece, and then down the sides here, we've got the black Alcantara, which gives it a really nice kind of double contrast. So it's a little bit brighter than the black on top, and it also is really luxurious as well, so I really, really like that. Around the seat box here, we've got a heavy-duty matting system, which is done by Exmoor Trim, and that's probably one of our favourite items that they do. So underneath the floors and in the roof as well, we've got sound deadening, but then to cut down the inside as well, they've got this really heavy matting system, which I think weighs about 40 kilos itself. But it also means that if you do spill anything, get any mud inside here, you can simply just wash it out. It's really easy and nice place to be. We've also then got obviously the tan leather centre console, which goes with it as well, which is much deeper and higher up, so your elbow actually has some support when you drive. We've then fitted this car with the Blaupunkt retro stereos that they do, which are really nice. So that's obviously got Bluetooth audio and cools, and then we've paired that with 2 pairs of focal speakers. So we have 2 speakers under the AC unit in the front, and then we've got 2 slightly larger ones in the back corners at the back. So together it makes a really nice sound system in here. This vehicle's also fitted with heated seats. So we've got this little switch panel in the center that gives you your usual cigarette lighter, but also the controls for the rear windscreen. And then also the heated 2-stage heated seats we have in the front, and then the heated rear screen, heated front screen as well for those colder months. So as the second row seats, we've got 3 individual tan fluted leather seats matching the rest of the car. We've opted not for carpets or anything, we've simply got rubber floor mats in here, and then we've fitted sound deadening underneath to keep some of kind of the resonance out. And then we'll move on to the back and have a quick look in there. In the back of the Defender, we've got a pair of tan fluted leather benches, and then again we've kept it really clean and simple underneath with just a genuine Land Rover load bay mat. We've got a pair of focal speakers again in the corners, which I mentioned earlier, and then inside you'll see the tan Alcantara headlining on the top and then the black Alcantara on the sides. Now let's go have a look at the engine bay, where this Defender is different from the ones you've previously seen from us. So under the engine bay, this one's slightly different to ones you've previously seen from us. This is one of the very first Defenders fitted with the Td5 engine, which is a 5-cylinder turbo diesel engine. It uses the same R380 gearbox that you used to get on the 300 TDIs, which is a really nice gearbox, and the same LT230 transfer case. It's a really, really great engine, and being kind of controlled by an ECU rather than mechanically, it's much easier to kind of tune and remap and get a bit more power out of them. So a lot of people prefer them to the earlier engines. Engine wise, this has not been rebuilt, but we've gone through kind of every single part of the engine. We've rebuilt kind of the turbo, we've replaced water bumps and things like that, including things like the cylinder head wiring loom, which is known to kind of cause oil to travel down to the ECU. So it really is ready to go on the button and drives really nicely. So that about concludes this video of our 110 build. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you've got any questions about the vehicle, please send us an email, sales@pangaeaclassics.com. By the time you've watched this, there'll be loads and loads of photos and a full description about the car on our website at www.pangaeaclassics.com. But I hope you've enjoyed it, and see you in the next video.